We are in. We got Certify on the Lich in DDS, immediately sending the Dispelling Sphere. And we detect a survivor on main building. Two survivors now. It looks like Certify will be going upstairs main. And we're gonna see if we can find a survivor towards our right on 12. I use NA clock, the superior clock for NA. I don't care what any of you EU folks gotta say. And we will be taking a chase with. I actually didn't see what that was. Is that Ninny? I think so, yeah. We're taking chase with Ninny, actually opting to leave this chase, going towards 8. And we do find Ultra, the only Quentin player in comp here on 8. I believe we just saw another survivor as well running down towards 10. And yeah, we do actually. I believe that was Wancy. So we are going to commit Ultra here on 7. Ultra doing a good job so far avoiding the first hit. And we do have the hand ready, but instead Certified just going to opt to break here. Ultra running around excuse me, running around 6, has the pallet to play with. Certified able to block the pallet, and now Ultra will make the shack. A good movement by Ultra to avoid the skulls. However, Certified is able to get the M1 onto him, and now we will continue chase with Ultra in the main building. Ultra now going upstairs. Very good chase so far by Ultra. Very solid pathing, honestly. Like, when I think of Ultra, I think mostly a killer player, but his survivor ain't too shabby. Now we are wrapping around main. Certified is still in pursuit here, wanting to get his first down. I thought we were going to do the drop down skull thing. That shot's always so sick. We used the flight of the damned, and now we got Ultra on a filler. Oh, what? He did like the little bush crouch thing. That low-key almost worked. I didn't even see him there. But there will be the first gen popping, and Certifies first hook of the game at 4 generators. And oh my god, they already cleansed it? Well, Certified did have crowd control, but I guess they just cleansed that shit instantly. I didn't even notice when they did that. And now Certified does have Penti up. They must have cleansed that so quick, bro. I did not see them do it. Angelz now in chase, going towards 5. Certified looking to get a quick tag on to Angelz. Then I imagine he'll just fly back to hook, making sure no one pulls for free. I mean, that on hook probably will be coming in fairly soon. Certified is just going to break and then fly back to hook. I imagine it's already happening, yeah. And there is the pull happening. And now Ultra will be taking his second chase versus Certified. Let's see how long Ultra can last for the second chase of the tunnel out. Actually, we might be leaving Ultra. It's switching targets now towards Wancy. Is this Wancy? No, that's a Jake. It's Angelz. We are switching targets to Angelz, taking our tag. Now we do have Angelz injured, going towards a shack, and it looks like Certified is going to commit this chase. We break the pallet, and we use our flight of the dam to cut off Angelz. And now we are going to play this filler in front of main, and we're not actually. We transition over to main building. We have the window to work with, and we see the vault coming in. Certified pursuing this chase with Angelz. I wonder why he opted to leave his tunnel out in Ultra, and it looks like we are actually going to leave Angelz at this point. Going back towards 8 to see if we have any survivors over on this Gala size. The gen is still regressing, and we do see the reset coming in onto Ultra. Let's see what Certified cooks up here. Scouting around the map, looking to finding survivors out of position. We do hear a lot of progress on this gen on 3. We do see 2 sets of scratch, or I think it was just 1 set of scratch marks actually. We also do see the reset coming in onto Angelz. We see 2 survivors, both heading towards the gal's direction. One went behind shack, one in front of shack, obviously. Now in chase with Angelz. Angelz running towards 9, and we do have the hand to get rid of that pallet, or bring back up that pallet, but Angelz will make it back comfortably. However, we do land our skulls onto Angelz, and that is going to be a tag. Now Angelz has this pretty terrible palette to play with, and Asserti is going to force the 50. Angelz winning the first one, and let's see how long Angelz can last on this palette. We do have Bloodlust up. There is a gen, 2 generators remaining, and it looks like Angelz is going to win the 50-50 here, and solid chase by Angelz, making the most he could out of that palette, and that is going to be another hook on to Angelz. We do see, I didn't really get a good look at which survivor it was, but there was a survivor here running towards 6 now, and it looks like Certify realizes like he probably is not going to 4K, so he wants to go for as many stages as possible and as many freshes as possible. That seems to be the play. And so we do find Ultra, though. Ultra has already been hooked. So let's see what Certify is able to do here. We do see the pull coming in from, I think that's Wancy, going for the unhook right now. And Certify looking to cut that off. However, no, that's Ninny. Ninny able to see Certify cut him off. And Certi body blocking the window at main. We do take our tag on to Ninny. Ninny now taking chase towards 12 side of main. Certified going to leave as we do see the pull coming in, and Certified going back towards hook. Let's see what Certified can do here. We do see Ultra. Do we find Angelz? It looks like Angelz is the preferred target. Angelz running behind 6 and going towards 5, it would seem. Angelz now going to play this TNL on 4. Let's see if Certified can make this a quick chase. It seems like he switched tunnel out targets from from Ultra to Angelz. He does seem to want this to get this down onto Angelz. He only has TNLs to work with. TNL is not a fantastic towel, but does jiggy away. And now, oh, we should get, no, we don't. And we do use our flight though. Very good use of power. Oh my God, I thought he was about to make that. I genuinely thought he was about to make that. And that should be the second hook on to Angelz. We did see Wancy peeking around the corner, looking like maybe they were trying to set up for pallet save, but just weren't quite there. And there is the final gen popping. We are at 3 stages, 2 fresh. Let's see if Certify can get a few more stages on the board here to give his team a fighting chance. This was Exodus's pick, by the way, so this should be the set that they win. But we will see what they're able to do here. Certified looking to get more on the board, chasing Ninny now. And we do have body blocks coming in from Ultra. It looks like they're just out though. I think even though that lands, I just heal tech. Well played though. Okay, and we are in. Angelz immediately sending the sphere towards 1 using the flight, and we do get an early find on to Eli, which I believe this is Rin. So we are going to take chase with Rin here on to 2, and we get the quick tag. Oh my God, it's so weird, like the way he moves with Vecna. Everything seems so much faster, bro. It's like so quick the way he like transitions. I don't know. It's hard to explain what I'm saying. But there's going to be the quick down onto Rin at 5 gens. Holy smokes. That was a hell of a start for Angelz. And we will be taking our first hook. Alright, and Angelz. Angelz has such good movement with this killer. I don't know. It's hard to explain exactly what, like, when I see other Vecnas play, like, it doesn't look this clean, you know what I mean? But Angelz looking around edge map, seeing if we can find any stealthing survivors that were potentially working on this gen. Exodus obviously has to play very safe here, as they can only give up 3 stages for a tie. 3 stages too fresh. So, you know, if Angelz is able to get 4 stages, that's going to be the win for Cynic set 1. And this was Exodus's pick, so they have to play very carefully here. Angelz just going to camp Rin here, make him go second, and we're still at 5 generators. He did interrupt that gen, being worked on 7, and it's looking like we will be seeing Rin hitting second stage. Angelz just going to use the flight, and we do find Socks My Socks going towards 9. We are going to use our skulls, and Socks able to avoid it. Now we're going to use the hand to pick up the pallet, and we do get the tag onto Socks My Socks. He went for that tech where like you just go back, drop the pallet on their head, but I don't think I patched because I haven't seen that work lately. But Angelz now using the flight to get back to his tunnel out, and we do find Apply over on 5. Oh wait, the pull didn't even happen. This might be this is really bad for Exus. However, we do see the second gen pop, and there will be the trade by Socks My Socks, and now it is on Rin to have a very, very good chase here. Otherwise, it is going to be looking rough for these Exodus survivors, as you know, Angelz has 4-stage win con. So if he's able to kill Rin, oh, and there's going to be the 3rd stage of the game. 3 stages too fresh. Right now, it is a tie, and this is going to be a PR hook as well. And if Angelz gets one more hook, that will be the win for Cynic. We do use the Dispelling Sphere and find 2 survivors main building. We are going to be taking chase with Rin once again. Rin is dead on hook, but it really doesn't matter who gets hooked now. It's just if one more person gets hooked, Cynic will take the win. Oh, and we get the beautiful snipe through the walls of main. Oh man, that was a hell of a shot. And that will secure the win for Cynic and the death for Rin at 3 generators. Obviously, we will still play this out for good sportsmanship. But yes, that will be Cynic taking set number 1. And Angelz now flying over towards 5. We do find Apply on 4. Good movement by Apply. Oh, swinging through the pallet, and we do get the tag onto Apply. Apply now vaulting, going towards 6 of it. But I think, does he have pallet here? He does not. So this will be the down on to Apply. So yeah, Angelz is popping off this game. Holy smokes. Like, he's having a hell of a game. Angelz is, Vecna is quite good, I must say. He's, like, he's very fast with his spells. I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's just, like, just so fluid. Like, his movement's so clean with it. Angelz is now gonna go check on 3. We do see a survivor running towards 1. We are gonna take the kick, and now we are gonna use our flight to go back towards Gallows. We do see Fabian running towards 8, and it looks like Angelz will be taking chase with Fabian. We do use our sphere for some information. We still have Apply hooked basement, and we do get information on our final survivor, Socks My Socks. We have information on every survivor in the game right now. This is looking rough. This might be 4K3, maybe 4K2. It depends how good of a chase Fabian can have right now, but I'm thinking once the pull comes in, Angelz is just going to go back and pressure the injured survivor. But Fabian now taking chase with Angelz. Good greed by Fabian, and Angelz using the hand to block the pallet drop. Now we're playing 50s. Fabian's still able to get the stun onto Angelz. Angelz just going to break here, and we're going to leave Fabian going back towards main building, and we find Apply yet again downstairs of main. Angelz going to be taking this chase, looking for another tunnel out target, and to make this a 2v1 ASAP. We do see the vault coming in. Oh my god, if that would have hit, that would have been a sick shot, bro. And we do see the Dispelling Sphere. We see Apply again. We somehow mind gamed him on main building, and Apply playing the pallet front of main. Angelz going for some mind games here. Good camera movement. Apply, though, very good patience and movement as well. And getting the stun on Angelz. We do see another gen pop. We are now at 2 generators left. Apply now playing the tile on 2. Angelz still looking to get this down on Apply. Apply having a very solid chase right now. Buying his team tons of time. And what we see, maybe another gen pop even. Apply is holding a very good chase, but there is the eruption and the down on to Apply. That will be Apply's second hook of the game. Really well played by Apply. He had a fantastic chase versus Angelz, and that will be his second hook. Angelz now sending out the sphere, trying to get some more information on our survivors. And we are just looking around the main building now, trying to see if we can spot anyone out. We do see the pull coming in, and yet another gen. That's how good that chase from Apply was, that it bought his team enough time to pop 2 gens. That chase was very much needed, but we do see now Socks taking chase with Angelz. Oh my God, he swung for that. That was we saw the medium vault there. Angelz swinging for it. I mean, low-key that looked close. So we do see some blood, and we find Apply yet again. But it looks like perhaps we don't want to take chase with Apply. Interesting. You know, Apply dead on hook, but instead we're going for a fresh and Fabian. The end of the day, I mean, you know, Cynic already won, so I can just kind of do whatever he wants here. But I assume they still want to play for best result. At this point, I mean, instinctively, I think if Apply goes down here, it's definitely going to be 4K1. But it seems like maybe the survivors are launching a sort of comeback. Might have lost Apply for a minute, and it looks like we're going to leave again the chase with Apply. Pressure this generator in the middle of the road. We did see Fabian running towards Shack, and we do see the sphere coming in. We are now looking for Apply, who is running main building, and it's on Apply now to last long enough for this last gen to pop. We are again going to pressure Fabian off of the gen. Fabian now going to take chase at Shack, and that will be the tag onto Fabian. Fabian now playing around the 6. Angelz looking like they are going to commit this chase. The reset onto Apply does come in, and Fabian going to vault into Shack. Vecna following behind them, and we do get the vault back into the Vecna. Really good tech there by Fabian. Holy shit, that was really well executed. We do see the sphere coming in. We do get our information. However, we did see them, so we know they were there. And we circle back to see 2 survivors running around 6. We see the flight coming in, and there. Oh, we fly over the body block. There should be the down onto Fabian, and there is the down and the eruption. But it looks like Apply is going to stick the gen, as we can see from the aura. However, we do have pain resonance, but we're not going to take it. We're going to actually hook in the basement. Let's see if these Exodus survivors are able to pop the final gen here. It looks like very, very close. Oh my God, that worked. Holy shit. And we do get the tag onto Apply, but that was a beautiful generator juke there. Angelz now pursuing behind Apply. Apply is dead on the hook, but Angelz not being able to secure the final down onto him. Apply doing a good job being able to last here. We do send out the skulls, trying to get another trick shot onto Apply. We do see our other 2 serves doubling the gen. That is the gen that they want. I don't even think any other gen has prog, but we are going to chase Socks My Socks 4 and then go back towards the gen. We do have an injured Fabian. I don't know if he can make anything. I don't think he can unless the body block's about to come in. However, we do not commit to Fabian. We go back towards the gen. We are just going to kick here, but I think that gen is that the regression limit? I'm not sure. But we do see the reset happening top of main. that gen is looking like it will pop eventually. I mean, you can only kick it so many times. Was that the final kick? I think it might have been, actually. Angelz now going back into main building. We do send our skulls. Oh my god! The blind shot of death, brother. Holy shit, that was a hell of a shot. Angelz going for the trick shots and he lands it. Oh my god, hell of a shot. And wait. He's gonna greed for more though. Okay, no, he makes. I was gonna say, holy shit. But that was a beautiful shot, and that will be the 2v1. That's pretty much securing the 4K one at this point. Yeah, there's no more kicks you can give that. So, I mean, maybe 4K 0? Nah, I mean, he makes pallet, but. Will he win his 50s? Yes. Looking like we are going to leave this chase with Fabian and look for Socks. We know they want this gen done. Both serves are injured, so like Angelz just needs one down here, and then you slug, you get the other one, boom, GG's. Socks is gonna have to play the 50s. Let's see how long Socks can last at this filler. That was a disgusting greed, and we do not make the vault, and Angelz now has Socks slugged, and now we just go find Fabian and clean this game up. 4K1, a valiant effort by Exodus's survivors. It looked like they were, you know, I mean, they had a rocky start. They really brought it back a bit. But, you know, valiant effort. We do find a stealthing Fabian on 7. And that will be the final down. Well played all. Angelz with the 4K1. It's going to be Cynic taking set number 1. We are in Dead Dog Saloon. We got Angelz on the Freddy. Cynic did win set number 1, so Exodus must win this set or tie to make it go tiebreaker. We immediately find 2 survivors main building. Angelz taking time to set up 1,000 dream pallets and crushing them all at the same time. We are going to just break the door main and look for our first chase of the game. Just taking time to set up a bunch of dream pallets. We do see a bunch of scratch marks, and we do find Sucks My Socks running towards 3. However, we instead find Rin, our tunnel out from the last game, and we do take an early M1. What do you think about this start, Mori?
I think they should have coordinated with Eli about where the Freddy was. They had all line of sight, but it seems like Freddy just jumped right on top of his head. So we'll see how the action happens with all these 50s. As we know, the Freddy has turned into a sort of clown of sorts, with a 12% hindered. It seems quite tense, but I assume he's gonna drop Dream Pallet, God Pallet. See a stun from Eli. He's gonna keep committing to the chase. There are people working on Gallows. He could leap the pressure, and he will. Let's see, do they have balance? No, they do not. Oh, we get another tag right here. We do notice there is no Corrupt this game. Instead, we have Mindbreaker and Ruin. A very much more aggressive build. A bit risky, but could end up being quite strong, considering that they won't be able to use their balance and other perks as effectively.
I will say we do have a perk blocker, but those perks would have been revealed already to the survivors, so it's fine to call them out. So yeah. We are taking chase now with Socks, and we get a beautiful mind game onto Socks My Socks, and that will be the first down of the game. 5 generators. We do have Eli and Apply injured as well. Angelz putting a bunch of pressure on the board already in this early game. We are also going to take our Pain Resonance hook and set up some more Dream Slingers. Like Angelz always keeping busy with this killer, always in some sort of action. We do see the TP coming in onto Gallows. We do hear progress on it as well. Now we're going to go check over on 8. We do see some scratches, but Angel's not going to go, or he is going to go check over there. And we do see the pull, no, not the pull, sorry, we just saw a notification. We do see the reset onto Apply coming in, and Angel's going to go, we do see another survivor backside of main, and it is going to be Apply. However, Angel's not going to commit to that chase. It does look like we are just proxying, holding a choke, seeing if we could find any survivors maybe crossing in for the pull, pressuring people off of gens, still just being very patient, making sure Socks doesn't get pulled for free. Excuse me. What do you think so far about the game, Mori?
What I think so far is the value he's getting from Ruin combined with Sloppy and Mindbreaker is actually very much going in his favor. As I mentioned, no Corrupt is a risky choice, but now you have immense pressure on survivors. It seems Sock My Socks is going to be able to go to second, and they're going to spend a lot of time having to reset, because as you know, they have to go and get their clocks first, then they have to heal, and all through Sloppy, and at the risk of him teleporting anytime if they are in a gen. So we see a lot of Ruin regression right now, a lot of Ruin value. He spots Eli right now. It's a very unsafe area. His only real strong pallet. Well, there is no real strong pallet, it's just a dream pallet and that very unsafe filler. He does decide to slug. It seems that Exodus may decide to just leave him hanging until last minute, possibly even let him go be sacrificed completely to try to get main and other pressure down. But they're in a very precarious position. We do see here Felix or CW try to go for the pool, but it seems like he's changing his mind. Oh no, they're going for a double pool. We'll see how this plays out. He's gonna be able to get 2 free tags on these survivors, but with Ruin and Sloppy, it seems gen progress is gonna go by extremely slowly now. As we're gonna probably see at least 20 to 30% of all active generators regressing with that value.
Yeah.
They are healing despite them being in the dream world, but he doesn't decide to teleport, instead focusing on his tunnel out, which is the right choice to do in my perspective. Will we see a head-on? Most likely not. Seems like they're just leaving Eli to self-heal, or no, just heal with them, and they're just gonna go for the reset while we have Sock My Socks playing the 50s. Unfortunately for Exodus, Socks My Socks does go down right here in the middle, right next to their possibly highest progressed gen, and they're in a very precarious position. Here we have Angelz. He knows exactly where they're resetting, and he has a full tunnel out at 4 gens. We just heard last second the cries of pain from the Felix coming to them. He decides not to. Oh no, quick and quiet value it seems right there, unless he slow vaulted. Either way, excellent play from the Felix, using self to his advantage, and honestly, just very unorthodox, but it ends up working out for him. We see the water tower filler being played. Unfortunately, he misses the snare. Unfortunately for Angelz, but he decides to zone him to this side and break it. Now let's see if he makes another pallet. His only nearest pallet is a dream pallet. Does he get an explosion hit? Oh, he does! Right at the very end. Right at the very end of the radius. Angelz respecting the pallet. In a bit of a panic, Felix does drop, but he does have the wagon pallet. You know, it's quite strong. Does he lose the 15? Nope. Plays it safe. Very good patience. Goes back to the drop pallet, but Angelz may teleport instead, trying to keep putting pressure on these survivors. Fortunately, Nia has no exhaustions on right now, due to that Mindbreaker, of course. All while Ruin is still up, he has immense pressure, and survivors are lacking in their gen progress, especially with that Ruin and Sloppy value pulling through. However, they do have main progress, which, and they've just finished that gen, so there's a bit of an opportunity for them to possibly reach a 4K1 if they all play their chases correctly. But that remains to be seen.
Yeah, we do see
they're balanced.
We do see Angelz committing this chase now with Apply. Apply having a good chase so far, and Apply now taking this chase towards. Oh, now actually staying 2, and it looks like he is going to go edge map, and Angelz will take the down on to Apply, and that will be another hook for Angelz. Angelz now at 4 stages. He had a very strong start to this game, but actually, no, the game streak is still continuing. He has a ton of pressure on the board. This is looking pretty rough for these Exodus survivors, but let's see what they're capable to do in the 3v1. We do see a teleport coming in from Angelz onto main building, and we are able to cut off Eli once again. We almost got that repeat from the beginning of the game where we were able to drop down from main and get the tag onto Eli, and we do get it, and there's not many resources left on the board. We also do see Fabian in the distance going into main building. This is looking like a rough situation for Exodus. It might end up being 4K3, maybe 4K2, depending on how much gem progress they have. All survivors are injured. Fabian is in the dream state, and we are now in chase with Rin. We are going to send the dream snare, and we win our 50-50. There is the down on to Rin. One survivor left standing. It is looking like 4K3 for Exodus. The pull coming in, and Angelz cutting them off. Oh my god, big swings almost. And let's see what Exodus is able to do in this situation. It's looking like it might be GG, and there is Fabian slugged as well. Apply the last man standing, and this should wrap things up. What do you think, Maury?
I think a great turnaround by Angelz to prevent a possible 4K1, 4K2. You know, that pressure from Sloppy really pulling in, and now that at least like all the important or safer pallets have been destroyed, now it was just a wrap for Angelz at the end. He knows exactly what Felix is going to do to try to rescue the Nia, and the very quick 50-50 win by Angelz allowed him to get that time to interrupt that unhook just in time to be able to down the Felix, wait out the Nia's BT, and finally down her without losing her. So excellent play, excellent ending by Angelz for certain. Able to just clean the floor with our Freddy Krueger, the Fredster.
Alright guys, and that's going to be a 4K3 for Cynic, meaning one con is 4K4, tie of 4K3. If they do tie, they go tie break. If they win, they go tie break. They just, I mean, they got to aim for a 4K3. Fairly difficult, but we'll see if Certify is up to the task. We'll have that for you. We are in. We have a Certify on the Freddy in DDS. We're immediately going to go top of main building, break the door, and you know, same kind of sort of strat we saw with Angelz, just taking the time to set up a bunch of dream snares, set up the main building for later chases. We are going to set up. What's that?
We opened the Jiggy door. Interesting choice.
Yeah, still setting up more dream snares. Just classic setup. Sure, Surdy will get into a chase fairly soon. There we do see some scratch marks. It's going to be Ultra taking the first chase with a Certify, wrapping around main building. What do you think about the start so far, Maury?
I think opening up the top floor was an interesting choice, as survivors can sometimes take it to their advantage, but good choice by Certify to avoid the chase with Ultra and main. A very strong main building for survivors. It could waste the time and allow the survivors to possibly quite easily get the win con, or the tough win con that Angelz set up. But here we already have a hit tank from Ultra. He is running Sloppy as well, so honestly not the worst case. Not the worst case for a hit tank this early on, as it will waste a lot of time for healing, especially against this killer. He does commit to Wancy in main. Most likely she's going to actually be able to make it to... Oh, we see that she kind of got stuck. She tried too much to dodge the snare that she ended up running into the edge of the pallet. But they managed to pull through and pop the gen in time. What do you think of that? What do you think of the pressure the survivors have so far and the decision to commit to a chase in main? Migs?
I think right now, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be able to mean win con. I think the serves are in a better position, to be honest. But I mean, Certified's a very experienced killer. We'll see what he's able to do. We do find the injured survivor in Ultra, and it's looking like a down is going to come in. And there is the down onto Ultra. We also do see Angelz nearby. I mean, I don't know. Certified's starting to build up a little bit of pressure there. We are going to see another hook coming in on to Ultra. I guess you can't really go back for the tunnel out being this far away. You just have to take that hook. We are also going to get PR, and we do see the reset coming in. So now it looks like Surdy will be going back to try to find his tunnel out in Wancy. What do you think so far, Mori?
I think it was an interesting decision to not immediately go back for the tunnel out and slug Ultra. Instead, he decides to actually take the time to hook Ultra, but at the end of the day, it worked out for him as she's still injured. They were not able to complete the heal in time, and he got information that they were healing on their hook due to his passive ability. So we'll see how far this chase and chat goes. She does decide to greet Shaq due to her live. She seems to be putting up quite a good fight here at Shaq. Instead, she G's all the way to 4. She gets stuck again, but oh, well, unfortunately, the snares pulled through in their valley and she was able to pick up. And I do not believe anyone's nearby for any sort of save. She is able to reach second, and most likely they have at least one survivor actively working on the gen. If they're just able to complete this one gen, the win con will be met. So, unless Certify is able to pull a miracle, it seems the game is in the bag for Team Cynic, regardless of how fast the Sunwa and Laura goes or not. Just the ability to, just the knowledge of only needing to get, oh, right as I said it, they've finally got the 3 generators. But we shall see the rest of this game, how Certify is able to perform, regardless of the fact that the win con has already been met. What do you think now that they finished?
Well, right now it'd be a tie. If one more gen pops, then that'd be the Cynic win. So I mean, it's still gonna be rough though because all 4 survivors are still alive, and like the 4v1 as killer is borderline possible. But we will see if Certified's maybe able to make something happen. But if he's gonna make something happen, it has to be right now. And Wancy is gonna take chase in main building. This is one of the strongest main buildings in the game, so we'll see what Certify is able to do here against Wancy. He needs to get this down relatively quickly. We see Ultra working on this Gen 12 now, taking the chase towards 1. Certify has to switch targets here, just can't allow Ultra to work that gen for free, and we do see the final gen pop, and that is going to be Cynic taking the 2-0 victory over Exodus. Well played by both teams. We are obviously going to finish out the set for good sportsmanship, but yeah, that will be Cynic taking the 2-0. 30 also going to leave this chase with Ultra. This team has done a fantastic job using a main building to their advantage, and 30 not wanting to really overcommit to any chases there. Going to go check on his generators, and we do see the reset onto Wancy coming in as well. What do you think so far, Maury?
I think so far is, despite the odds that Certifies against, he did play his game out pretty well. Unfortunately, they had enough pressure, especially the knowledge and mind of the win con, to get what they needed in order to win the game. Apologies for my previous comment about the win con, as I misheard you earlier, so that was on me. But here we are anyways. They finally met their win con and have everything in the bag. But we shall see how Certify finishes this game. Unfortunately, due to him trying to interrupt the gen here at 12, he does lose a tunnel out on Laura, and she does get reset. So Laura is right now his prime target outside of Ultra once he gets unhooked. So we shall see how the rest of this plays out. Here we see that Hattie just got found, Ninny. And we see an FTP actually go on immediately on Angelz. We do find Wancy. We shall see how long this chase has. She unfortunately does not dodge, but she's still able to do a medium vault inside check and get her live off. Potentially going to see Ninny taking a down for Wancy. That does not seem to be the case at the moment. So we shall see how this plays out. but she is in a dead zone, so this seems to be a tunnel out in the bag. Most likely, Certify is going to try to find Ultra next, or slug the rest of the team to at least match a 4K1 or 4K2 result. What do you think of that, Migs?
Um, I think yeah. Right now it's looking like 4K1, but it's hard to say. I'm not sure how much Gen Prog the survivors all have. We are in chase with Angelz. I don't believe Angelz has been hooked yet. But Surdy might just go for slugs. I mean, Ultra would ideally be who you'd find, because then you can get down onto Ultra, make it 2v1. But we are in chase with Angelz. Angelz is injured, but so far having a very good chase. If Surdy can get this down relatively soon, it could still be 4K1. However, like every second he's in that chase, it's just more Gen Prog. Certify opting to leave the chase. We do hear a hell of a lot of progress onto that main building generator. So Certified, we do see someone running around the window. I didn't get a good look at who it was. Surdy now going to take his kick, proc eruption onto that gen. What'd you say?
It was Ultra who he saw in the window.
And we are going to take chase with Ultra now. At main, we do get the snare off. Ultra jumping off, and we do see the BL coming in. Oh my god, that looks so close. But we are not. No, we are going to commit this chase with Ultra at main. What do you think about that, Maury?
I think it's quite risky considering that he only just saw Ninny and Ultra right now. He doesn't know where Angelz is, and the gen in main, I mean, has an immense level of progress. In fact, we could be seeing at least a 2K or 3K, possibly outs, considering this level of gen progress. Extremely good level of gen efficiency. And something to note is, he probably would have gotten a better or potentially an earlier hit on Ultra if he was able to actually align his teleport correctly. But since he accidentally sent his teleport to 12, it went immediately on cooldown, and he lost the opportunity to do that. Here, he falls for the fake that Angelz did. It seems to be that Evan is in a bit of a panic, trying to avoid any sort of outs that could happen. He teleports back to main, and we do get aura reading on both survivors. He opts to go for Ninny first, of course, since he is injured. But he might try to just interrupt the gen in time, knowing that Ultra is stealthing around to complete this very highly progressed gen. What do we think of this position that Evan or Certify is in?
I think there's a 4K1 now, especially if he gets this down on Ultra. It looks like we're actually going to leave. Oh, wow. I mean, that gen was pretty highly progressed. But had he gotten that down onto Ultra, I mean, you kill him, make it 2v1. But instead, we are going to go back and get our hook on Angelz. I still believe it should be 4K1.
I mean, he does get...
I think... Huh?
He does get pain res, so...
Yeah.
Maybe...
we are going to get our pain... Oh.
That is very unfortunate. It seems like they had the hand of God in their favor. And we see an immediately unhook right there on Angelz. So unfortunate situation for Certify right here. They were able to get lucky to pain res. If he was just a millisecond sooner, he would have been able to get what he needed. Get that pain res off, that is. What do you think of this position Certify is in now, Migs?
I mean, this should be 4K0. No, Ultra leaves 3K. Okay. I mean, solid results though. I mean, Freddy is just an M1, especially against a team like Cynic, very experienced team, DBDL caliber team. I think Surdy played a good game. It's just that was a very difficult win con to meet for any killer, really. I mean, you know, 4K4 is ridiculous. 4K3 ties still ridiculous. I mean, but we are just gonna force Ultra out, securing the 3K. But yeah, it's just Certified's win con was just, I think it was too big of an ask. But I think Surdy played this set well, honestly. Like, yeah, not much more to say about it. What do you think about the game?
I think it was a very good attempt by Certified to match that to meet that very difficult win con. But I mean, had it been a 4K1, 4K2, it definitely would have been possible because in that case, he wouldn't have left Wancy to try to pressure the gen at 12 due to the pressure of that win con. And so, very possibly could have gotten a 4K1, 4K2 had he just committed or fully committed to Wancy in main.
Alright, guys, and that is gonna do it for NA's Last Hope Week 3. We are gonna be taking next week off for the July 4th weekend. So we'll be back out at the week after. Thank you to Cynic and to Exodus for participating. That's going to be Cynic taking the 2-0. Thank you to my referee Kuromi. Thank you to Mori for co-casting with me. Yeah, that's going to do it. We'll rate somebody. Any last words, Mori?
Any last words? Overall, very exciting 2 games on DDS. We do see incredible performances by both sides. But unfortunately for Exodus, Cynic does take the lead, or does take the upper hand in their Survivor and Killer performances, as Angelz has done an excellent job of setting a very good win con for his already really skilled team. But good showcase of both teams and their skill. Very exciting, and I can't wait to see what's next in store for these 2 teams.
Alright, guys, and let's see who's on that we can raid. Who is on?
Well, we see Angelz for.
Well, he's probably gonna end stream. Gallo Fake. Where have I heard that name before? Where's Gallo Fake from?
I have not heard of that.
You know, we'll just raid Gallo Fake. Not sure who he is, but yeah, sure, we'll raid him. Alright, thank you everybody who took the time to come watch the games. Thank you for all your support. I hope everyone has a good rest of your Sunday. Peace.